My marathon training is complete, and for the most part, I'm ready to tackle another marathon. This time though, I'm looking to go sub 3 not only by seconds, but by minutes. So I'm heading out west to Arizona to run the Mesa Marathon and check out the vegan foodie scene. Made it to Phoenix, and of course one of the first things we have to do is check out the local foodie places, and the first place we stop at is called Vegan and Vine. Seasoned perfectly. Pizza is absolutely delicious. Mac and cheese we had earlier was probably one of the best mac and cheese I've had in a long time. And I think it's because they didn't overpower it with cheese. We just got done at Vegan and Vine, and it was actually a little cloudy out before we started eating, and now it's actually raining a lot harder in Phoenix. Didn't expect this at all. I think we're gonna go get some groceries at Whole Foods and then check out the course for Mesa Marathon. So I wanted to do a quick look at what the course looks like, at least the starting line, because I won't be able to see it because it'll be pretty dark out in the morning. So this is a roundabout what the start's gonna look like. It looks pretty awesome, and there's clearly all the porta potties are down a little bit further. So this will be an interesting race. I'm excited to get it going. It's still raining pretty good out here. Not thrilled about this, but it's gonna be what it is. This is why we train in this. Got back from Whole Foods. Let's take a look at some of the things that I actually picked up that I'm gonna be using for tonight and for tomorrow night as well. Okay, of course I have this tart cherry juice. I got some marinara sauce to go along with the pasta I'm gonna be having tomorrow night. I feel like it's a good idea to make my own pasta and keep it simple. Just this and sauce. It's pretty simple. The oatmeal, I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning, I think. Some peanut butter and some sourdough bread that I'm gonna be using. So I always have bananas, can't have enough of those. And tonight we're having ramen, have this broth we picked up and the ramen noodles. Again, just keeping everything pretty much simple. Edamame with the ramen tonight, I'm excited about that. And got a couple other things here, got bagels. Really excited about this ramen. We've had this before. It's actually really good. It's simple, it's easy, and it's carbs, so it's a win-win. So yeah, that's pretty much all we have right now. We're probably gonna get to bed a little earlier because we had an early flight this morning, but other than that, it's gonna be a bright and early morning tomorrow for a 2-mile shakeout run. Now the temperatures in Arizona were actually a lot colder than we anticipated, so having this hot bowl of ramen actually hit the spot. After dinner, I pretty much went right to sleep because of all the travel, I was pretty tired. Good morning, it is a Friday. It is a beautiful morning. The temperature is 34 degrees, which is actually amazing. But the thing is that I actually did not pack enough gear to be doing a shakeout run when it's 34 degrees outside. So we're making do with what we have, and we're gonna be doing the shakeout run with Hoka. Now, I always love doing group shakeout runs right before race day. It's a great way to meet new people and explore a new area. Even though the temperatures were a little bit cooler for Arizona, the sun was shining and there was nothing but good vibes and great conversation. I also ended up running with one of my good friends, Amber, and she's actually one of my athletes. This was the first time we ever met in real life. Spoiler alert, she ended up with a massive 8-minute PR. Just wrapped up shakeout run, ended up doing 2.93 miles around the area with the Hoka crew. Such an amazing time meeting new people. And now we're gonna head to the Sheraton for the Expo. Just finished up with bib pickup. Now it's time to go check out the inside where all the other goodies are when it comes to the Expo experience. The one thing that was a little bit of a bummer for this expo is that it was only open for one day only. And typically I try to go to the expo 2 days before a big race, just so the day before a race, I'm off my feet completely. Just wrapped up in the expo. I'm taking a look at the actual finish line area. They're getting everything set up. It actually looks really cool just to see the finish line in the daylight. I'll be back here again tomorrow after the race. The finish line is right over there, and where we're actually staying, the Airbnb, is right around the corner on the other side of this brick wall.
Inspired homeowners are starting to think about partner tiny house expert deck.
So for race day nutrition, I'm going to show you what I'm using. Spring Energy. These have about 45 grams of carbs in there, which are actually great. This actually tastes like applesauce, which is actually really nice. I'm also using Science in Sport, something I knew that I introduced, and I actually really do enjoy using this. This also has 40 grams of carbs. So I'll have a total of about 85 grams of carbs per hour throughout the race. So I'll be taking a Spring Energy gel first, and I'll be alternating with the Science in Sport and doing another Spring Energy after that. I'm taking a total of 5 gels with me this go around. So at the half-hour marker, it'll be Spring Energy, hour will be Science Sports, half-hour Spring Energy, and then so on. And before the race, I'm going to be having a mixture inside here that I made up. This is the 2 before pre-workout, and also the Element raspberry flavored one. It actually kind of looks a little funky inside here when you mix it all together, but having that beforehand, probably about an hour and a half before the race, just to make sure I can clear everything out prior to. I'll be having this beforehand, and I'm taking with me a handheld water bottle with the same mixture that's actually inside this pre-workout water. So I'm going to be having that inside this one, but I'm having the caffeinated version. So it'll be non-caff beforehand, and it'll be caffeinated during the actual race. So that's what I'm having on the race tomorrow morning. All right, got the pasta ready, sauce over here.
This is the video time?
Who else? You want any part of it?
No.
All right, headed to the starting line now. We are clearly wearing trash bags on our tops and on our feet. It's wet, it's rainy. It's gonna be a fun start to this race, but we're heading to the buses to drop us off at the starting line. Jesse's gonna be at the half marathon one. I'll be at the full. Hope the rain stops soon. All right, just finished up using the porta potty. I don't know if I actually peed on myself or not. I used the porta potty, and the lines actually weren't too bad, which is actually good. I'm heading back to the buses now because you're actually allowed to stay on the buses and stay warm until about 6:10. So that'll be interesting. I'll probably get out and start warming up a little bit before then, depending upon if the rain actually stops or not. I'm gonna try to see if I can stay on the bus as long as possible. We'll see what happens. But as of right now, I'm just kind of hanging out for a little bit on the bus. Eventually we had to leave the warm buses and make our way to the starting line. The good thing is that there were heat lamps that could actually help keep us warm. The bad thing is we had a 20-minute delayed start and we were standing outside in the cold rain. There were no fireworks, no official start to the race, no national anthem. It was more of someone just shouting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and we started. Now the first half of this race is probably the most beautiful part of the whole course. Typically you'd be met with a beautiful sunrise, but since there were clouds in the sky, we didn't necessarily get that opportunity. Within the first 2 miles, I met up with my friend Katie, and we ran the majority of the race together. I knew she was going for a sub 250, so I wanted to hang on as long as I could. Now the one thing about this course is that it's mainly a downhill course, but it honestly doesn't feel like a downhill course. Yes, you lose about 1,000 feet in elevation, but it honestly didn't feel like that whatsoever. But there was also an elevation gain at mile 5 that lasted about 1.25 miles. This didn't necessarily feel like an elevation gain. After the first 9 miles or so, it starts to flatten out. And I tell you what, the flat sections of this race, which is pretty much from mile 9 on, was actually harder than I thought it was going to be. And at that point, that's when I was surprised by the one and only Kofuzi.
Yeah! Dude, you... Dude, you're going so fast.
Amazing!
You look great.
Yes!
You are looking so good. You're
He was visiting the area and actually decided to watch the marathon. He ran alongside me for a little bit, and it actually really did give me a boost of energy. I used as much of that energy as I could to get me as far as I could. But by mile 19 or so, that's when the rain actually started to get a little bit worse. I honestly feel like it actually started to break my concentration. I ended up going into survival mode and just trying to finish the race. By the time I crossed the finish line, I was cold and I was shivering. I finished the race at 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 22 seconds. That's more than 2 minutes faster than my last PR at Grandma's Marathon. It was a good day, but it was also not a good day. Now, naturally, after this race, it was partly cloudy and the sun was out in full force. After the race, I was craving tacos. To be fair though, I'm always craving tacos. So we went to this place called Earth Plant-Based Cuisine, and this Mexican restaurant had an extensive list of plant-based tacos. And right next door, there was a place called Goji Berry Cafe. So we ended up picking up some sweet treats. So we ended up picking up Boss Nachos, chorizo fries, shrimp tacos, carne asada tacos, some wings, and a barbecue pulled pork sandwich. Now, the vegan scene when it comes to Mexican food in this area is actually on point. These tacos were absolutely incredible. I was so hungry at the end of the race that these were gone within a matter of minutes. After lunch, we did some exploring to kind of keep the legs moving a little bit. We wanted to check out this place called Hole in the Rock, and that's actually pretty much what it was. A hole in a rock. It was a little bit of a hike, but it wasn't that bad. The views made it worth it. So the next stop on our vegan foodie tour is a vegan food truck festival called the Vegan Social. Now, this Vegan Social happens on the second Saturday of every month, and I really do enjoy these kinds of events. It's a great way to meet new people, support the local economy, and above all, enjoy some really good food. There was so much to choose from. Tacos, pizza, burgers, Indian cuisine, Thai cuisine, not to mention the sweet stuff, and the coffee food trucks. I was eyeing up some pizza, but we were really looking for something that we couldn't find at home. And we ended up at a place called Nana's Soul Food, and I tell you what, this was amazing. We also got a pizza. Post-marathon on a Sunday. It's a beautiful morning, of course. These conditions were not around on race day, but it is what it is. The race is over. And now we're just going to stop at a local coffee shop. It's an all-vegan coffee shop called Dark Hall Coffee. Every time I visit a new city, I always make sure I check out the local coffee shops. I feel like it's always a great place to strike up a random conversation with someone while you're waiting in line. Now, this coffee shop had quite the amount of tasty, sweet treats. We came just for the coffee because we knew we were going somewhere else for some sweet treats. We grabbed our coffee, and our next stop is a vegan donut shop called Sojo Donuts. The name of the game for these kind of donut shops is to always arrive early. Lesson learned. We ended up getting a vanilla donut. I noticed they had an extensive VHS tape collection, and it felt a little nostalgic. So today on the schedule, we're going to be hiking through the Lost Dutchman State Park. Just trying to keep the legs moving a little bit post-marathon. My quads are still kind of aching, but you know what? It's kind of worth it. Got some beautiful views. It's actually a great day out today. It's about 50 degrees. The sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. But you know what? We've got some amazing views on this hike. And this is one of them. And of course, Jesse, as the photographer, is going off the trails a little bit to get the best picture. One of the last stops we're going to on this Arizona Phoenix tour is this place called Uniq Burger to get some burgers. Now, Uniq Burger is a 100% plant-based restaurant located in Scottsdale, Arizona. We took our burgers to go and went to our final stop, a place called Cider. This is a veteran-owned and family-operated cidery in downtown Mesa. I couldn't think of a better way to end this trip than with a burger and cider. There were so many vegan options available in this area that I actually want to come back for more. And when it comes to Mesa Marathon, I may not have hit my goal, but I've definitely hit my fastest time to date. And I know the best is yet to come.